I'm going to tell you guys just the basic of what's happening to all of us as a collective, okay? And this is normal. So for those of you who know about the full moon, when there's a full moon, the tides rise, right? We know that. Scientifically, we know the tides rise all the time. And if you guys live in Canada, even like New Brunswick, there's a place, Grand Manan, it's called, the tides are insane. Like they rise, it's madness. And for those who live there, it's really beautiful to watch. Like it's like buildings high of rising. We are made out of over 75% water. So obviously the full moon is going to affect us. And, you know, we all know that. I don't have to tell you guys the basics of like full moon affecting us. Even you can ask any nurse. I'm sure if there's a nurse on here, you know, I lived in the hospital for most of my life when I was a child into my 20s and early 30s. With my chronic illnesses and diseases and whatever. And every time I went to the hospital, I made sure not to go on a full moon because the nurses were like, oh no, it's a full moon. They knew that there was going to be more accidents, everybody's like, right? So if we could be affected by, are you a nurse in emergency? Or you know a nurse in emergency? They know that the full moon is like, yep, there you go. Charlene's like, yep. So true. Nurse Ratchet just so true. So if the moon could affect us, and it's always like, oh yeah, the full moon is in the sky, the stars, the sun affects us. I don't know about you guys, but you know, you get sunburn, you can get a sunstroke. If you're out in the sun too long, you're dehydrated, like things affect us. Just because we don't see stars and planets and how they affect us, it's going to affect us just like the sun and the moon affects us. So what's happening in the Lionsgate portal is that the sun is in Leo. Okay, so the Leo constellation, the sun is in Leo right now. You know the Sirius stars, like the Sirius A, Sirius B, the Sirius stars, they're aligned right now with the pyramid. Okay, so you can see, you guys can Google this. I'm giving you guys basic stuff. So you know how there's so many pictures online of people talking about it. And then some people have it as their background. It's like a beautiful picture when you see the Sirius stars aligned. But Orion's belt, the Earth, the Sirius stars, and the sun are all aligned today, right now, 8 o'clock, 8 till 8, from 8 to 8. So that's why I wanted to go live now. We're going to do the 8. It is fully open, but it's opening since July 28th. Okay, let's go to the Bermuda Triangle. I'm not ready for that. But there's a part of me that wants to go to like Mount Shasta or the Bermuda. I was like, where are these portals? Where do they take people, right? So in ancient Egypt, ancient Greece, and my boyfriend is from India, and he was telling me from his ancestors and everything from there, they have spoken about the Lionsgate portal from the hieroglyphs. And I'm sorry, sometimes my French accent comes out. So I was saying hieroglyphs today, and I was like, hieroglyphs. I was like, oh, wait a minute, my little French accent. Anyways, so everything is like, it is a very important day from our ancestors and our ancestors today, because there is a portal, kind of like a portal that opens up, and just, it is believed in the ancient times that a portal is opening up, and there's an energetic, like a magnet, a pull and a push through this portal. Okay. So, and this has to do with, you know, the law of attraction, all this stuff, but in the ancient times, they believed that during this time, they would do this worshiping, they would go around, they would do these meditations, and you could see even on the pyramids, like scriptures and things like that of all during the Lionsgate portal. This is one of the most intense manifesting, what they call it. They don't, back then they didn't call it manifesting. They just called it like a magnetism of energy that they used to like basically feed the earth, like feed ourselves, feed the earth, because we're part of the earth, just like the trees, just like water and the oceans and lakes and the everything, the flowers. We are just these little things that are walking around on earth, right? The bugs and the birds and everything. So it's like it gives us energy, but there's a push and a pull. The thing is, us humans, 99% of humans don't know. We don't know these ancient scriptures. We don't have our ancestors that are sitting with us and telling us, yes, it's a very good thing. It's a very powerful, it could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on your energy. Okay? But it is a good thing. So what's happening now is that we are having a surge of energy, all of us from July 28th, more than usual. And we have no idea how to control it. We have no idea. That's why people are saying my energy is awful. I'm crying for no reason. I'm screaming and yelling at people when I never used to scream and yell. Like everything is, it's like it's almost like you have no control over your emotions. And you're like, what is happening? There's this massive surge of energy, but there are ways to become aware of that energy and utilize it to have the push and that pull that's balanced. So kind of like, and this is what I saw when I was meditating, the infinity. Do you know the infinity? It's like, that is this balanced pull and push. Like imagine the portal and yourself, and it's pull and push. So there is positive, you guys, to be in alignment, you have to stop with the positive and negative, okay? Because the push and the pull is positive and negative. You need both to have energy. Just like a battery needs a positive and a negative, you need both. So some people are like, I just want to be positive. If you just become positive, what you are doing is manifesting suppression. Because in this three-dimensional world, we have positive and negative. We have day and night. We have up and down. Like there's all sorts of, everything is duality in this. And there is no such thing in the history on this three-dimensional earth to be only positive and only love and light. Now, your soul, your consciousness, and your spirit, or whatever you want to call it, that is love. That is light. That's a light being inside. You were light before, you're light after, but right now, in this present moment, you are a three-dimensional flesh human being that is living on a three-dimensional duality earth. But the world, there's a shift happening. Everything is happening. The world, we know it. I have friends that were like, astrology, stupid. You know, like that used to make fun. And now they're coming to me and saying, you know, I'm feeling a frequency and a vibrate. And I'm like, what are you saying, vibration? The meat flesh, right? So remember to try during today, and the Lionsgate portal closes August 12th, but today is the full alignment of the Sirius stars. The full alignment today is in perfect alignment, but the portal is said to open up July 8th. It was starting to open today, August 8th, full opening until the 12th. And for us, for here in Canada, the full moon is the 11th. Some people it's the 12th, depending on where you live in the world. So we are now feeling all kinds of energy that nobody is teaching us of how to deal. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something, and please tell me if this is not accurate. You are acting right now, and you are behaving like you were when you were 16 years old. When you didn't really have much of the awareness, all the unresolved traumas regarding money, regarding emotions, regarding anxiety and stress, and you know, that stuff that you had to deal with your parents and your family and all that stuff. Like, you are now behaving like this, and you're like, thoughts that you never had. Okay, never. That, like, let's say you had them when you were 18 and you did the healing and the shadow work and the this and the self-project. You're doing all the work, and all of a sudden, in the last week or two, you're all of a sudden this 16-year-old overreacting, biting on your pillow, angry and freaking out on people, either cutting people out of your life. You're like, I can't deal, and you're so emotional, and you can't even, okay. Here's the thing. There is a part of you, for people who are doing the work, there is a part of you who are going, this is not me. Where is this coming from? This is not real. What am I feeling? So there's that little part, and I call it like it's in your pinky toenail. Your little pinky toenail is like, hold on a second. I healed this shit. What is happening? This is not real. But then you're like, yes, it is. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I can't manifest. I can't do. And that whole trauma of when you were young is what's resurfacing right now. But I want you to know, with the Lionsgate portal, when the portal opens, imagine a vortex, okay? So picture it like a black hole in space, right? And if I don't know if a lot of you guys know about science and all that stuff, but a black hole in space, right? So a black hole, are you guys familiar with the Taurus? Not the astrology sign, the Taurus. The Taurus, I have an image for you guys. The Taurus, like, it kind of goes like this. It's an energy that it's a circle and there's a hole in the middle and it's like a vacuum. But the vacuum goes out and then comes out and goes back in. Do you guys? Yes. I don't know if you guys understand if I'm drawing it properly. It's like it sucks in and then it goes out. Now, the same thing happens with our body physically and our energetic body. So physically, let's say you're eating food. It goes down, down. You go to the bathroom. Now, in the ancient times, we have toilets now. But in the ancient times, you go to the bathroom. It goes on the earth. The earth rejuvenates. There's flowers and stuff like this. And then it pushes the flowers and the trees give us oxygen and give us fruits. And we eat the fruits. And there's like a circle that happens within us. The same thing happens in our energetic body. For those who do the energy centers of your body, or this, like they call it the Kundalini awakening, or there's other energy centers. So there's this field that's in our body that kind of, it goes around like a Taurus, right? But the same thing is happening with the Lionsgate portal. Okay? So they have it in water, exactly. Okay? So if you kind of get where I'm going, is everything is, and if you even find out about time and space and reality, and if you think about, anyway, I'm not going to get too much into that. I think this live will go south if I start talking about time, space, reality. But how can I explain? The energy that you're feeling now is, picture you're living in 10% conscious mind and 90% subconscious. And how I explain that to everybody on my lives, I'm going to repeat it for those of you who've heard it 100 times. I'm still going to repeat it. You're walking around living consciously every day, just conscious, but only less than 10%. So you're walking around and you wake up and you're thinking of your thoughts and you're just, brushing your teeth and you're doing your regular routine. But subconsciously, you are actually seeing the color of the walls, the toothpaste. You're feeling every texture. When you get out of bed, you're touching your bed, the texture of your bed. You're smelling the smells of the room, but you're not consciously doing this. It's just automatically happening, right? So everything is automatically happening to us. I literally was crying yesterday about my childhood tragedies. So, Kat, we're going to do this practice at 8 o'clock. I'm going to show you exactly at 8. I usually do a meditation. We're going to do these energetic practices at 8 o'clock to really shift the energy. And I did it. My daughter did it. I've done it with clients and everybody's freaking out today. I did it with a friend of mine. She was like, oh my God, what is happening? She's like, instant change and shift, instant shift. Okay. I cried on the phone with the bank. Out of control today. I cried twice. The music was super loud. Yes. So what's happening now, imagine everything that's happening, just like music, sounds, like everything is irritating. Now, the first thing that you need to do, and I'm going to show you guys, and it sucks that we were never taught during this time how to handle it. So what we're doing is we're snapping at people that don't deserve it, or we're behaving, we don't deserve it. We're treating ourselves like a piece of shit. Like all of a sudden, you're, this 16-year-old child that's shaming yourself right now. Like, I should have known better when I did that. And when I did that when I was a child. And all of a sudden, you're reliving all this trauma and everything and all these energies. So all your subconscious shit from the last how many years that you've had is now all coming up now. And you're like, even the parts that you already healed. You did the Joe Dispenza reprogramming your mind. You're on this thing. And all of a sudden, your thoughts, your patterns, or you're finding this inner peace. And all of a sudden, everything like, this is the issue. We are in constant push and pull all the time. Law of attraction is happening all the time. As within, so without, as within, so without, as without, so within, as above, so below, as below, so above. It's always, always happening. Always. But during the portal, it is so much, it's like, you know, a magnet, like it's so strong. The push of the magnet is so strong, and the pull that everything in us doesn't know how to manage these energies. We have no idea. And a lot of people are crying. A lot of people are getting mad. And if you are somebody that doesn't cry, chances are you're getting more angry than usual. Like more angry. You may have never even, like I've had people react with me that have never been that angry at me. And they were like, yeah. And they're like, oh my gosh. I had one person go, oh my God, why am I saying those? This is really mean. I'm sorry. I can't. Who is this person? Like people are completely, and they're like, I used to be like this in my early 20s. Like when I was unhealed and all that, I was like, yeah, because everything is just surfacing. Boundaries don't even matter right now because our energy, thank you, Kim, our energy is just all over the place. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you guys to do, the first thing that it is the most important thing that you can do during this opening till then, like you can do this all the time, but it is extremely important, is to become aware of the energy that's in your body and around your body. So how you do that right away, and it's really tough, especially if you're in an emotional state of everything, like you don't know what's going on, is when you close your eyes. You could try it right now for just a minute. We're going to do this at 8 o'clock a little more in depth. But if you just close your eyes just for a minute, okay, and become aware of the energy in your body, not the feelings and sensations. The energy means the static energy, the hot, the cold, the heavy. You know, some people feel, and where is it? So what I was feeling a couple of days ago and yesterday was a lot of heaviness in my stomach, like a pressure, because I had just eaten. So because I ate, I felt a pressure that was like in my heavy. It's like a heavy energy. Some people feel light. So you just become aware of the energy that's in your body. Okay? Some people feel it in their chest, in their heart. They're like, oh, there's a pressure on my heart. Just become aware of it. Don't change it. Don't change it. That's the thing. We do not change that energy that's in your body. Because it is not about being positive and changing and take it away. Is become during the Lionsgate portal. It is not about positive. It is not about raising your frequency. Do not raise your frequency. And I'm going to tell you why it's important during this time to not try to raise your frequency, because we're going to do both. So whatever you're feeling. So a couple of days ago, I did this. I had the same thing. I had a super bad headache and I felt nauseous like that. Now, for a second, become aware of the energy right outside of your body. So no longer, don't focus on inside your body. You can do this again if you want. You close your eyes and the energy that's outside of your body. Do you feel like a breeze? Do you feel light, like your skin, around your skin? Is there an energy outside of your body?
You're really nice.
So okay? So whatever you're feeling, do not change it. Again, do not change the energy that is around and in you. You become aware of it. So I have felt a lot of fire recently, a lot of fire. Some people describe it as air, breezy. Some people describe pressure. Some people describe, now think about the elements of nature: water, fire, earth. air, ether. Think about the okay, tingling fire. So what's happening is fire is actually very good. Okay, so try to find those elements and saying, how am I feeling with pressure is earth. Okay, shaking or tingling is actually pretty good. Was that, yeah, there was a voice. People are asking me to do a live with them, but I'm not going to do a duet live today. We're not doing that. So somebody's sending me messages. So a lot of people are feeling heat. So go beyond the anxious feeling. If you're feeling anxious, go beyond the feeling. Try to do it energy. Okay? So whatever you are feeling, why I'm telling you this is don't change your energy. Because you attract, the law of attraction, because the Lionsgate portal is open, the law of attraction is going upon full authenticity. You attract who you are, not what you want. So if you are like, I'm going to be positive, I'm going to try to raise my frequency, what you're now doing is manifesting suppression. You are suppressing the negative. So what's happening now is you're going to cry a lot more. You're going to be more angry because everything that you pushed down and you said, no, I'm not dealing with that anymore. It's not, I'm healed. There's no healed. What's happening is that it's taken care of. It's good. But unless you give it compassion and love, you're going to attract suppression. Okay? Oh my God, you attract who you are. Yeah. So what I mean is when I say you attract who you are, is that everything that's in you is what's going to, so if you are feeling very irritated, you're going to notice more people are going to irritate you, no matter how much you raised your frequency. Think about it. If I'm sitting there and I'm trying to focus on laughing and dancing and meditating and doing everything to raise my frequency, but deep down inside, I'm sad that when I was 18 years old, I got abandoned, I was abused, I was this, and there's that sadness is like in my pinky toe, it's like in my subconscious. But I'm raising my frequency. What's happening now is the push and the pull, the lion's gate is open. It's like, oh, wait, what? Hold on. What are you sad about? Oh, when you were 18, let me bring that back up for you. So here you are trying to raise your frequency and try to do all that. But the Lionsgate's like, oh, we're going to give you more of what you're unaware of what you're pushing. So love is the answer. So the first thing you're going to do during this time is every time you become aware of your energy, do not try to change it. You are going to give love to yourself. The most important right now is if you're crying, this is a very simple explanation, become the best friend that you wish you had. Become the parent right now that you know how you're acting like when you were 16 years old? All that stupid shit's coming back now. What would you have wished when you were 16? Do you wish that your parents would have been really nice to you and could have been really kind to you? What about your best friend? What if what would you wish? What would you wish somebody would say to you right now while you're crying, while you're upset, while you're angry and snapping? Would you like somebody to look at you and go, you're never going to manifest. You're going to live in a stupid little place and you're going to have nothing for the rest of your life. So you're shit. Really? Yeah, nobody's going to love you. You know what also? Nobody would care if something happened to you. You know, nobody really cares about you. You don't have much value in this world. Would you like your friends and your family to tell you that? No. So don't say it to yourself. Don't say it to yourself. Become the parent that you wish you had. So every time while you're crying and you're having these tears are coming down and you're fighting and you're angry, you have to sit there and say it to yourself. You're going to be okay. I'm here with you. But even if you're not okay, I'm here with you. You have to say it to yourself. Because that little child self that's been living in your subconscious, that now that Lionsgate portal is opening up and all that shit's coming to the surface, It's healed. It's okay. You're not like that anymore as an adult. But guess what? Your little kid self is still like that. Your little kid self is still wounded. There are parts of the child you that doesn't feel too good. And listen, I had a memory through my meditation that came up of really messed up memory that I don't even remember having. I was like, oh my God, I remember that. It was a very scary moment. I was 16 years old. I was in a very scary situation, and I went back into that time, and I sat beside me, and I'm like, I'm here. I'm here. I don't want anybody to shame me. So some people said, well, I don't know, like I never had parents, or my parents were abusive. Listen, I understand. For those of you who don't know me, you can see some of just look at my story times. I've lived all kinds of literally terminal diseases and insane abuse in my life. So I know how it is to be completely alone and to be even abused. Like, forget just being alone, completely being abused of like verbally, physically. So right now, you have to speak to yourself in this moment of this portal. So I'm talking to your 3D self right now. Okay, I'm not talking to your consciousness. We're going to talk to your consciousness later, okay? At 8 o'clock, I'm connecting with your consciousness. And I have to tell you this before we start the practice at 8, because there are some massive shifts that's happening. And in our energy field, I'm going to explain to you how the energy field works. But I'm not talking to that person right now. I'm talking to your 3-dimensional emotional brain. Okay? And the one that's living on Earth right now is these emotions, all these things that are surfacing right now, all these things that are coming up. It's you can't control them. Become aware. Don't try to change them. Don't try to be positive through it. Don't be like, and a lot of you are like, oh my God, I what do I do? I'm reacting like this. Don't shame yourself for a temporary thing that is happening emotionally to you. Yeah, so some people, I saw a lot of comments that are like this. People are saying, I've been gaslighted, emotionally abused, neglected, personally criticized, manipulated by my family. What I need you guys to do during this portal is not to go back and live all that and be like, I did this and I was abused and because I could tell you guys, and I'm not even going to tell you on this live. That's why I'm telling you guys, you can go look at my story time, because today specifically, I am not reliving my past, because I am now, right now, in the 3-dimensional present moment right now. I am not my past. I am not the future yet. There's an infinite potentials of future. But right now, I am here on the live with you guys. And I am not going in the back and saying, oh my God, I live this. Oh my God, I live that. I've been this. Because what happens when you do that, you're now living in the past. You're not able to say, now what? You went through trauma. Now what? You were abused. Now what? You were this. Now what? Maybe you were even abused last week. Maybe you went through trauma last week. But now what? What are you going to do? Maybe I know people right now. I know somebody that may not survive is holding on. Actually, 2 people that are holding on, that are pretty close to me, holding on to their life. What do we do now during this time? We live each and every moment during this time. This is just an experience. You are human right now. Just want to remind you guys, you're human right now. Some people think it's just like we're spiritual beings. Yeah, but you're human. And I want to remind you, there's a lot of spiritual content creators that are absolutely amazing. I follow a lot of them, and they're amazing. But sometimes when you get too much into spirituality, you forget that you're a 3-dimensional human being with emotions. And we were never taught how to have this energy, how to deal with this energy, and how to go back to the now, and how to do all this stuff. Yeah, so what we're going to do is, the first thing you're going to do is what I told you. Okay, so the first thing, become aware of the energy. and think about the elements. When I say energy, some people are like, I feel anxiety or I feel happy or whatever. Try to think of elements. Like if you're feeling heavy, think of when you look at the energy of a light. When you look at the energy, it's energy. Everything is energy. So try to focus on the energy inside of yourself. So if it's like a heavy energy, you're like, okay, this is heavy. I'm feeling very, all right. And then all of a sudden, the more you go and start practicing this today, you can do this like 100 times a day, by the way. Oh, that's so cool. 8-8. 8-8 likes on 8 day. Everything is 8-8 today, right? So thanks for noticing, Tanya. So if you're practicing the energy in yourself and outside of yourself, and you do this more and more, you're going to start going, wait a minute, what am I actually feeling? And you're not going to feel, you're going to go beyond your body. So you can, if you don't know how to practice this, so if a lot of you guys are having a hard time saying, what is she talking about energy? I can't feel no energy, hot and cold. I don't feel that. So what you can do, see, somebody said, Lemon said, I feel water's like ocean waves. So that's the elements, the element of water. If you're feeling like this, if you're feeling tingling and that's the feeling of ether. If you're feeling breeze, like almost there's a breeze inside of you or outside of you, that's the air. If you're feeling heavy, that's earth. So you go into the elements. Now, if you don't know how to do that, if you're like, this is not working for me, what you can try to do is start with your emotions. Say, what am I feeling with my emotions? Okay. What am I feeling with my my physical body? Like, am I feeling pain? Like when you close your eyes right now, some people are like, oh, my neck is a little pain. So focus on your 3-dimensional body. And once you stop thinking about that, how do I go in? So don't change that. So people are saying, how do I feel this? How do I feel that? It is not about changing how you feel. I really want to specify this. It is not about changing. Like, how do I go from feeling cold to feeling hot? Don't change your energy. Become aware of your energy. That's all it is. I just lost power. So that happened to me yesterday. Christy, maybe you're feeling high energy. The whole place lost power. Okay, so what does water element mean? So I do have a lot of videos on the elements. I'm going to make more and more videos. But before I do this, now this is super important, guys. Now I spoke to your 3D selves, okay? I spoke to your emotions. I told you guys what to do emotionally and what to do during this portal. And now I'm talking to your consciousness. Okay, now I'm going to connect with the spirit inside of you. And if you guys don't get what I'm going to say, I even have, look, I have this. So I'm going to speak to your consciousness, but I'm also going to talk a little bit to the 3D and the consciousness, because you're not just spiritual beings. You're spiritual beings living a human experience, and you're holding a 3-dimensional phone or a laptop right now, and I'm going to be holding a 3-dimensional pen. So I'm going to talk to your consciousness, spirit, soul, whatever you want to call it, but I'm also going to talk to you guys about I'm going to talk to your 3D brain bodies. Okay. Now, I want you to picture I don't have one now. The earth has, like, there's all squares and stuff. There's, like, not the earth. What is it called? When you have a globe. No, I'm not going to explain this well. Let me get into this. Graph paper. Okay. Graph paper, this here. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys. Okay, a second. I'm just going to do this. Make it simple. Okay. There. Right? Graph paper. I got it right. So everything is kind of like graph paper. Now picture, when I talk to you about science, we're going into the quantum healing. Okay. So we're going to shift everything during this. So if you don't know, I just talked to you and I said, don't shame yourself, blah, blah, blah. Now we're going to shift our energy And it's not about raising your vibration. I'm going to explain to you how important it is that all vibrations are important. Okay. From Canada. I'm in Canada, Lizzie. All right. So do you know graph paper is square? Do you know in math, when you're in math class, you have graph papers? I'm not talking about ley lines. I'm talking about when you look at a globe, there's different, like, that's why I said, forget the globe part. Thank you, me. Graph paper. Picture all around you is graph paper. And what science calls it, they call it a net. Okay, there is a net in between all of us that you can't see. So right now, picture right beside me here, like graph paper, like all around. So I'm trying to make you guys grasp like a grid. So all around us, we are filled from me to you, like the whole, so picture the 3-dimensional earth, and all up through the universe, through everything is all graph. Do you guys get that? So in between me and you, I'm not going to go into matrix stuff. I'm just going to talk about the simplicity of what I'm saying, okay? Because I don't want to because some people use words like we're in the matrix and and then some people get triggered by that word because they're like, no, we're not. I'm just going to explain to you in a scientific / like when science meets spirituality a bit, okay? So in between you and I, that's what the scientists call it. They call it net, like a netting between us. But I picture it like graph. Exactly. Maori Mana. Sorry, Maori Mana. Look at what that person, see how the lines like this. So everything, not just on the earth, but we have it, all of us. Okay. And in between us. So imagine right now when you're walking across like a net, like a fishing net, like everywhere, but it is just energy fields, constant, just energy fields all around us. Okay. Very simple. Okay. You guys got that? So some scientists, if you guys can Google it, you guys, I'm sure for those who don't know, the Big Bang Theory, you guys have heard things. There's kind of string theory. String theory is when energy from one thing, okay, so I'll give you guys a basic of string theory, is kind of like if I cut and take blood from my finger and I put it in another room, let's say in another room down the hall, okay? And on this blood, I put it on this part. And somebody puts, let's say, a specific like acid or something on the blood, and the blood reacts. The blood in the other room will react the exact same way. And the scientists don't, yes. Okay, but I'm really right in the middle of my life. I appreciate it. But thank you for the 100th time. No. Sorry, my daughter's like, do you want food? I'm making food. I'm like, no. She asked me like 100 times. Are you sure, Mom? I'm like on a roll. I'm on a roll. But thank you. Okay. So, as I was saying, the netting. Oh, yes. So that's the crazy part. Imagine if you have blood in another room, it's reacting the same as the blood in this room. And scientists are like, how does that work? How is the blood in a whole other room that is not connected to this blood, how is it reacting the same way? And they have string theory. So some people believe that this is sending information to this. Some people believe in the string theory that they're energetically connected. This is just like science stuff, okay? Now, we're going beyond it. Now, picture what I just told you with the netting, okay? So in between you, me, all of us, there is a net all around us continuously. This is an invisible net that we cannot fully understand because it is completely invisible. Just like our consciousness. Scientists have not been able to measure consciousness. Although we know it exists. Sheldon was right. Yeah. So although we know consciousness exists, people call it soul or spirit or whatever it is. You cannot go to a scientist and say, say, oh, we can't measure consciousness, but does consciousness exist? Yeah, but it doesn't affect anything. Consciousness and that, no, we don't, you cannot alter water, and you cannot, we still haven't been able to prove it. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist, because science is continuously evolving. But we know that there is some sort of string theory and some sort of connection that we have. So picture it like this. Now I'm going to go into the stuff that you guys, most people know. You know, the energy centers, or what the Hindus call the chakras of the body. So we have these energy centers that are in our body. And if you look at ancient texts, ancient scriptures, they say there's all sorts of stuff. But what if you go into detail, into beyond the chakras, beyond the energy centers, you'll see that the human being, we all have grids within us, like grids. The same thing, the same netting that is between us. So most people know about the 7 energy centers. And a lot of people go, yeah, we know there's more. There's way more than 7 energy centers. But people don't seem to understand. They're like, yeah, but how come, like, how do you work with the other energy centers? It's not just here, the energy centers. We have energy centers on our arms. We have energy centers all around us. We have some above everything. So this mixed with geometry, and that's a lot of you guys are familiar with, called sacred geometry, and this is how the pyramids were built. This is how ancient structures, until this day, people are using geometry to build the strongest structures in the world. And the reason they call it sacred geometry is because it is insane how certain geometrical patterns cannot be destroyed, and we know there's like 10,000-year-old structures that are still, over 10,000-year-old structures that are still up, that people are, and we're doing these ancient alien videos, people are like, and these little tiny people with the big rock, and they're like, how, everything has to do with the structures and the grids that I was just talking to you guys about. Okay? So, the grid is like a field. Exactly. So when you hear Joe Dispenza, when you hear Bruce Lipton, when you hear all of them talking about the energy field, the quantum field, that is the grid that I'm talking to you guys about. Going deep into that. Thank you, Sin. So there are ways that we can alter the energy in our body, and first in our mind, because a lot of us now, for those of you who don't know, I've done many videos on this. I'm not going to go too deep into this because I want to do that, changing the energy in this. You guys can check out my videos. I have like healing. I was born with a terminal blood disease called focal segmental glomerulosclerosis, FSGS, and it attacks the kidneys, and they said that I won't live past a certain amount. I could die, I had a kidney transplant. I had 6 surgeries after. I just went through all this stuff, and I managed to shift this and change and use the sacred geometry, the thing I've used to change the structure, and I've done it through the 3D healing your body. Okay, and 3D healing has to do with food, has to do with moving your body certain ways, has to do with how to work your emotions and how to take your emotions into consideration. And I did the consciousness, going into the consciousness healing and going into all that stuff. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys now I'm going to show you 2 or 3, okay, well, depending on how much time we have, I'm going to show you 2 or 3 that you can do every day, as many times. One of you guys, I think, one of them you guys already know, because I did it last year. When I first started TikTok, I made a video about this. So one of them you guys know, because it was one of the biggest ones that went viral, like 2 million. So I'm going to show you guys that one, but I'm going to show you guys that one after, okay? Thank you, Lilt. So I'm going to first start off, okay? This is super simple techniques that you can use. But the reason I told you about the grids, it is important to know. Before you start this technique, you needed to know everything I just told you. Because if you don't know it, you're going to be a little bit lost when we're doing these, like, because everything has to do with geometry and what you're doing and the energy that you're working within yourself. So what I'm going to show you today, the basic one, is the thoughts and emotions in your three-dimensional brain. You're going to either today cry or you're just going to go release. Okay? So the first technique is to just release. So the first technique I'm going to show you is release. The second technique, some of you guys, I don't know if this is going to work on all of you guys. I don't know if some of you guys are going to get this. Some of you guys may get an instant reaction. Some of you may get a reaction within a couple of weeks. Sounded like I was going to swear. Or a couple of months. Now, what happens to me when I do this practice is my body starts to shake. And it's not bad. It is immense relief. And you can go into a trance. When practice this often, you can go into a trance within 5 minutes. Like, you don't have to do the energy centers. You don't have to hold and squeeze and everything. You could immediately go into this trance inside yourself. And you will notice especially during this Lionsgate portal opening, that everything, your manifestations, you're not trying to change your energy. You're becoming aware. Now, here's the thing before I start. I'm going to post this live on YouTube for those of you who can't do it. And for those of you who are like, and I'm going to post this live and I'm going to post a bit just the techniques, okay? Now, I want you guys to understand. I want you to see something here, okay? Do you see this here? Do you see how there is grids above, like this? And there's grids below? Some people think that we need to raise our frequency. Only raise your frequency. That is a three-dimensional thinking. Your 3D brain is like, I need to raise my frequency. I need to raise my frequency. When in fact, you have to just become aware of your frequencies. Because what is happening is you do this. In this three-dimensional world, you are doing this continuously. This. Constantly. It is a constant state. So when you are going low and reducing, it is not about not feeling sad or not feeling angry. Oh, 8 o'clock. 8. That just happens and it's 8 o'clock. That's all the synchronized. I didn't actually do that on purpose. So here now, I'm going to show you the first practice. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock. We're going to do this first practice together. Okay, we're going to put some music on and we're going to do this practice. You guys ready? Okay. I'm going to change the music here. No, I don't like this one. Okay, we're going to just put the music we just put on because it was really nice. Okay. Yes, Lisa, I'm putting it on YouTube, TanyaBeautyCoach, for those who don't. Now, these two guys are for the second practice. I'm going to show you guys for the first practice. So, I'm going to make the grids that I showed you guys. Okay, I want you guys to really focus. Now, I'm not making it super straight, but I want you guys to see. Now, picture us in this grid. Okay? This is the grid that you're in right now. I am going to now connect. We are going to connect with the energetic field around and above you and all around. And below and beside and everything. But first, we cannot go and do this extreme thing. So we're just going to start off with the most basic one. Don't expect anything. It is just a release. You may not feel the release right away. Most people do. Like 99% of people feel a release. And if you don't, it happened. Listen, my daughter yesterday was like, I don't feel nothing. And then she did it again a few hours later and she was like, oh wow, that was different. Some people cry, some people feel more triggered. It's okay. So during this time, I'm going to make you become aware of the energy centers above your shoulders, above your head. And we are going to use sacred geometry to make a link. Okay, let's say this is the right shoulders, and I want to show you before we do this because you need to see it first. So I'm gonna now make you focus on here, and then you're gonna see, hold on. Okay, from here, it's down to here, and then we're gonna connect it to here, and then we're gonna connect it back to make a triangle, okay? And this is a extremely strong structure, and we are doing this, we have to do it sitting down. So you can try laying down, but you're going to notice that this music is real loud. When you notice that you're doing it laying down, my daughter did it laying down and she was like, I don't know, I don't feel anything. The reason is because you are in the grid and you need to put your spine straight. And that's because I'm going to show you in the second part this. Now this is insane. I'm just saying. This is like release. This, when you guys do this, you're going to be like, now, do I have a troll patrol? That some people are like, no, there's no troll patrol. We want to do this right away. Okay? If I don't, that's okay. Because we are now in a push and a pull. We're going to be attracting a lot of trolls, a lot of good, positive, light, and a lot of and people that are unresolved and all this stuff. Okay? So if you guys can, do the troll patrol stuff. Now, remember, okay, guys, do not try to change your energy. If you try to change your energy, you're trying to change yourself. You don't want to change yourself. You are perfect as you are. You are where you are supposed to be in this present moment. Don't try to change yourself. This is about accepting our energy. It is about accepting. Now, am I freezing for you guys? Because I hope... Oh no, it's freezing again. Can you guys hear my voice? That's what's important. Okay, so if it's freezing, if any of you guys, if I'm like, and I'm frozen like this, it's a lot of energy coming out, push and pull. So you can log off the live, log back in. You can do that. So a lot of people are okay. So if it's freezing for you and you want to try this practice, you don't want it, log back on, log back in. Okay? But like I said, I'm going to be uploading all of this on YouTube. You guys are going to get all this information, all right? And for those of you who want, TanyaBeautyCoach.com. You can get my app on Tanya Beauty. It's free. And we get all this information. Everything is given for free on my app. All right? So, like I said before, don't try to change your energy. This is about awareness. Okay? You are where you're supposed to be in this time-space reality. This is it, okay? So, I would ask you guys to sit up straight. The most important part during this time is to not clench your neck or your face, because throughout your face, this is all about being in the now. Nothing is supposed to happen. There's nothing. Okay? So completely just relax your shoulders and your jaw, your neck. Close your eyes. And we're going to do the awareness practice again. Become aware right now of what are you feeling inside your body. Stay in this moment. Spine straight, jaw relaxed, neck relaxed. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. Now become aware of the energy right outside of your body. Now, open your eyes. You're going to take your index finger, place it at the top of your head. Right in the middle, you're going to put pressure on the top of your head. This is the first practice that we're doing. Really put pressure. Then you're going to do your right shoulder, depending right. Put pressure on your right shoulder. And now pressure on your left shoulder. So you could really feel where they are. Now close your eyes again. Relax your neck, your jaw, and your shoulders. Now the space on the top of your head, right in the middle. I want you to imagine a bright golden light, like the sun, shining right above the top of your head. It's floating right above your head. And you could feel it shining on that spot on your head. Remember to relax your jaw, neck, and shoulders. Now feel that sun above your head. Now bring your awareness to your right shoulder. And the same thing, picture a beautiful golden light like the sun right above your right shoulder. Now bring your awareness to your left shoulder. Imagine that beautiful, bright, yellow, golden sun shining right above your left shoulder. Now become aware of all three lights. The golden lights. Now from the top of your head, that golden light, picture a light, a line, more like a line and a light. Golden line, golden light, going from the top all the way down to your right shoulder, connecting the sun above your head to the sun above your right shoulder. Now picture a line and a light, golden line, golden light, from the right shoulder going across your neck, across to the left shoulder. Now you're going to feel the triangle close as you picture your left shoulder, the light on your left shoulder, a line, light, golden light going all the way up to the top. Now you feel your head is in this triangle. And as you stay in this, you feel safe. And I want you to picture the light that's on top of your head pulsating. Stronger and then dimmer. Stronger and then dimmer. Now on your right shoulder, stronger and then dimmer. Stronger and dimmer. Now your left shoulder, stronger and dimmer. Stronger and dimmer. and feel your head in the triangle and stay in this moment, in the silence. Now take a deep breath in. Relax, become aware of your body, the energy in your body, and the energy around your body. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes and let me know how you feel. This is the first practice. The second practice is a little more intense. Some of you may experience some shaking. Some of you may experience not much, but you may experience shaking further on in the day or in the week. Peaceful, warm. Yeah, there's no seeing of any kind. We don't see anything during this practice. You're just basically in that quantum field. Smiling. Very chill. So, clarity, relaxed. So this is the main practice. This is the basic practice. If you want to become aware of your emotions and you feel right now, you can use this at any moment for you guys, okay? So if you feel that you're becoming intense during this Lion Gate portal or any time in your life, just use this practice. It takes about 5 minutes. You can do it yourself and you picture it, and it really just, you become aware of your energy. You're not trying to change your energy. You're literally just becoming at one with the energy around you. Like astral grounding. Yes. Okay. So this, the crystals and stuff, some people can use those, but this is not about the crystals. This is just about the energy of your body and the energy of space. That is a whole other thing. There is a practice with crystals that you can use because there's certain energies, but this is not the one. This is basically just you being there with you in this quantum field of time, space, reality, as I can say, using sacred geometry. All right, now we're going to go in now. I'm going to show you the deeper practice. Okay, so the next practice is really about, you're going to now become extremely aware of, there's a space that is in your head that is not about raising your frequency. This space that is right in the center of your head has, like, it's basically what, when you're born, the first thing that's developed, all that with the spine, but this is not about the spine. Okay, we're not thinking of the spine. There's no spine. We're going to literally, I'm going to show you guys on a picture of what I mean. Okay, and this is really about the energy of your body in the grid that we are living in that field of the net that we are all living in. Okay, this third practice, you guys know about it, and it's about healing specific parts and manipulating energy, kind of. So that's when you start to change the energy. The third practice, I'm going to show you guys how to change certain parts and certain energy, but this is not about changing energy. This is more becoming aware, and literally you're going to feel your body instantly release, and the magnetic pull, you're going to find your emotions become extremely balanced. And you're going to notice yourself being a little more energetic. Like, you're not going to feel that heavy feeling as much. It's going to be a lot more awareness and the manifestations, because you didn't try to change your energy. Because you guys all know what you want to manifest. Everybody knows. Deep down inside, 99% of us know what we want, or we know what we don't want. And some people are like, yeah, but I haven't found my purpose or but in the end, you kind of know what you want. There's things that in life, even if it's one thing, most of us know kind of what we want. What we're all scared of is, oh no, am I not going to manifest it? Now, I want you to know what is meant to be yours will be yours. But it's you delaying it. It's either you delaying it. Now, a lot of people are like, I want to manifest the lottery. How come I haven't manifested the lottery? Now, this is a whole other subject. We'll have it on another live about people trying to manifest certain things. And they're just like, yeah, I'm trying to think positive. It's not how it works at all. Okay. So I'm going to show you. So there's a field. As you guys can see, there's the field. You guys just did this practice, just becoming aware of the geometry, and you're using the netting and all that. Now you could do this on all parts of your body, but for today, just the mind, because we're really caught in the thoughts during this Lionsgate portal that's opening. Our thoughts are like, everything's all over the place, right? So I'm going to show you guys this. Now, this is extremely important. Okay. What is meant to be yours, yes. So it is going to be yours. You cannot desire something truly from your soul. Some people, they say, oh, I want the lottery, but their soul doesn't want the lottery. They just want freedom. They want freedom. They want freedom of, so it's really, you have to know what you really, really, truly want from your soul. Because sometimes you're like, yeah, I want this. And how come I didn't get it? It's because you don't really want, there's a part of you that's like, or we're just delaying it. So I'm going to show you guys how to speed up time a bit. But remember, patience is your 3-dimensional best friend. I repeat, patience is your 3-dimensional best friend. But you're going to notice, so me doing this practice, I've manifested that like insane things so fast. I'm like, oh my God, how quick is this? Okay. All right. So it doesn't, remember, it's not about meaning. We try to not assign meaning to what you're feeling. So some people are like, what does it mean when I feel this? What does it mean when I see this? What does it mean? Does it truly matter? Does it truly matter? What does it mean that you went through trauma when you were a kid? What does it mean when you went, in the end, I get it. It's important. A lot of us just want to know. I get that because I'm like, me too. What does that mean? What is the purpose behind that? We always want to know. But in the end, living in the moment is not worrying about what it means. It's trust the process. Trust the quantum field. If you're religious, trust God. If you're spiritual, trust source energy. Trust the universe. Just trust that the universe has your back. That is very hard to do, by the way. So this practice that we're about to do now, okay, so I'm going to show you guys both ends. So right away, don't think about your energy centers. Don't think about chakras. Don't think about your spine. Okay. We're really going in right now to, where do I start? Hold on. Is from this and then this and this. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys, you're going to become aware. Oh, that just took it off. You're going to become aware of this weird space that's in the middle, the space behind your eyes. It's like right in the middle of your head. So it's not like, some people think the third eye, it's right there. No, right in the middle of your head where the spinal fluid, all that stuff. Okay, right, that space. You're going to go into that. Okay, the space right in the middle of your head. Okay, and you're going to feel it when we do it. Okay, so that space. And then when you go into it, I'm going to then show you and guide you that you're going to see. Hold on. Then it just happens now. So if the live is freezing again, this is not working. Oh yeah. If the live is freezing, log in and log back on. Log off and log back in. You're going to picture this light or something going straight across. Okay? It's going to be actually here. Right above your ear. Right above your ear. Okay? So you're going to picture this thing going from the front all the way there. And then you're going to picture, Okay, so all of a sudden you're going to picture going across. I'm going to show you this, okay? And this is, remember, this is all in the field. So we are now accessing a center point of the energy field. Like, you know what I was saying, all the grid? I'm now accessing a specific grid. We're going to be following that grid through your mind. Okay? Then here, we're going to picture another one going across above your ears. So another one is going to go through. So you're going to see, it's like this, like a crisscross, okay? Across. So we are creating a star in your mind, because after this, then I'm going to show you, this is the key one, that is going to go straight all the way down. Well, that is not straight. Hold on. Straight all the way down here. Okay? Now, this is the key one. When I'm telling you guys, every time I do the top one, I'm like, it's wild. Okay? So you're going to picture one going across into it. Now, some of you guys can picture a light. Some of you guys can picture like almost like a blade, a thin blade or a thin stick going across. I'm going to say stick or blade or light. I'm going to say it through it, because some people are like, I don't want a stick blade going through, but it is very profound. You'll see why. So there's one going across here, then another one that's going to go across from that grid, and there's another one that's going to go directly. So right now you're going to have a geometric pattern that one is going across, that is the triangles. Do you see the triangles here, which creates this? You're going to have these triangles all around, and it's going to create a geometric pattern around the space in your head, and you're going to feel it. Now, some of you guys just will feel a release, so I just want you guys to be aware of where I'm saying this, okay? We're good? You want to start? Let's try this one. Now, the reason, if you guys are noticing, some of you who are on patrol, the reason I'm keeping my eyes open is because I cannot do this practice with you guys. If I do it, because sometimes I do channeled meditations and I do the practice with you guys. The reason I can't do this one is because specifically in this one, every time my body goes into a trance. And I don't want to do that on the live. It's not, I don't think everybody's ready for that. It's really intense. And my daughter's always like, oh, here we go again. She's doing her transcendental. But consider that, yes, I'm going to have all this up on YouTube. All right. Now, we're going to go even deeper on this one. I'm going to go louder. Hi, bestie. So, again, this is going to be on YouTube. And this is not technically a meditation. This is a visualization and intention. Okay? So remember, I'm going to show you again, because your eyes are going to be closed, but I'm going to describe it. The first line that you're going to see, I'm going to make you imagine the space right in the middle of your head. Imagine the fluid. You know the fluid of your spine and all that stuff that comes, some people say the pineal gland and the space all around there. But I don't want you to focus on your pineal gland. Just focus. I'm going to tell you a space to focus on, and you kind of go with it. You do your own space. Some people have their spaces a little bit on the side, and you just go with that space that we're saying, okay? Then after, I'm going to make you picture something going right through to the end, like a light shining through from front to back. And then after, you're going to have over the ears from this side going out this side. And then you're going to have one on the top going all the way down. And this is where I'm not going to tell you now what happens, but you're going to feel this sensation. And if you don't feel it, don't worry. It's maybe not meant to happen exactly at this moment. Don't stress about it. Remember, if this is your first time meditating also, this may not happen right away. Just be patient with yourself and don't force anything. The more you force things, the less things happen, because you're like, oh, it needs to happen. How come it's not happening? That's why. Okay? All right. Okay, no, you have to be sitting in this position. So when you lay down, you do not get the effects of it. So far, I haven't had anybody been successful with my clients. So far, I haven't had, and I do it myself, I don't get the full effect. So the reason I'm asking you to sit upright is because the energy that you're going to feel going through, you can even stand. If you want, you can stand up, but I want your body to be straight. Okay, so for me, I prefer the sitting up like this, not even leaning. Okay, and remember, this is a very short practice. This is less than 10 minutes. Okay, and you can do this at any moment for yourself at any time. You don't even need my meditation. I am literally coaching you to coach yourself. You can do this on your own. I think everybody should know this. Okay, and I really want to. Okay, all right, let's get into it. So picture that grid around you right now. Before you close your eyes, picture there is an energy grid all around you, these checkered like square. It is all inside of you and around you. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Expand your stomach. And exhale. Another deep breath in. Expand your chest and your stomach. And exhale. One more time. Deep breath in. And relax. Relax your jaw, your neck, and your shoulders. Now, I want you to picture a bright light in the space behind your eyes. Now this light, I want you to picture it like a small balloon. It's empty on the inside, filled with air. And this small balloon is tight, filled with air, the space behind your eyes. I want you to feel this space as an empty space. Now you may notice a pressure in your head, maybe pain in your body, and that's okay. Just become aware of anything that you're feeling. Feel the energy in your body and around your body. Now keep your awareness on this space behind your eyes. I want you to really keep your focus on this space. Now I want you to imagine a light or a stick, something sharp going right through the front of your face, the space right above your nose, slowly going through your mind, right across that space in the middle of your head, going all the way to the back. Following the grid. Now picture from the right side of your body a light or a sharp stick going right through the top of your ear, all the way into your mind's eye, through the center of that space in the middle of your mind, going across all the way to the other side, above your ear. Now you feel that cross. Stay in this moment. Become aware of that space right in the center of your head with the cross. Now I want you to picture a light at the top of your head. Like a sharp stick, bright golden light going through the top of your head, all the way down through the center of your mind's eye, going all the way down, and you can feel that bubble pop. It is still there, just like a balloon, but it lost its air, and now it's a small little balloon. And you feel the light going all the way down, and you feel the pressure in your mind. Small, small little balloon that's still there. You could feel that darkness in your mind. And it's okay. Stay in this moment. Feel that pop. And now suddenly I want you to picture it like the balloon is inflating full of white light, getting stronger and stronger, expanding bigger and bigger, and now it's glowing all around your head. And you can feel it like a bubble all around your head, a bright light expanding. Now, feel it as if it pops again and reduces down to a small little circle in the center of your head. Like that small black space. Feel that pop, you feel it there. Now again, it's expanding, feel the air increasing. The light, golden light all around, increasing, increasing, going outside of your head, all around your head, like a bubble around your head. Feel the energy all around your head. Now again, it pops and it goes back to the center. Feel the energy in your body from that center. Now again, increase it. Feel the light going, expanding through your mind, bigger and bigger, going all around your head. Now stay in this moment. That bubble all around your head. Feel the light shining from your mind's eye. Now slowly bring your awareness to your body, the energy inside your body. Feel the energy outside of your body, all around you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Bring your awareness to your body and back to the now. And I want to remind you that anytime you practice this, just the way to get out of it is bring your awareness back to the energy inside and outside of your body. And welcome back. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and let me know how you felt. What did you feel, guys? I'm going to wait before I talk about the last practice, which is intense. Wow. That was cool. Lightweight, saw pyramids. Tingly sensation. I was shaking. Light head expanded. I felt calm and centered, light and calm. Hot and cold. I felt a pulsating light. Wow. I felt like I was being pulled forward. So what happened now, lots of waves of light, flooded with emotion. My ears were vibrating. My head feels like a bobblehead. I could feel the Merkaba, wow. Pulsating back and forth, pulled forward. So I was also, so when you're pulled forward, what is happening if you feel like you're being pulled forward and back is that your body is starting to twitch. My arms were twitching involuntarily. I felt pulled out of my body, a lot of shaking. I couldn't stop laughing. This is great. Drooling. Head pulled backwards. Do you guys see that we just did this? We just did this for less than 10 minutes. And you guys just experience a huge energy shift in your body. And this was less than 10 minutes. This was not an hour meditation. This was not going into, this is just changing the energy in your body and really changing the energy, but not like accepting the energy and shifting. My dog reacted to my intensity. So this happened to me actually. My dog was sitting, the first time I did this practice is I have a half Chihuahua. So he does the, you know, the Chihuahua shakes? And he was shaking beside me. And I did this practice and he immediately stopped shaking. And then as soon as I started shaking, he started shaking. My third eye feels completely open. My dog reacted. So I will be uploading this on YouTube. I will. So I'm just letting you know, for those of you who just felt calm and relaxed and didn't feel any pressure of taking, don't worry about it. It's maybe not meant to happen right away, but you're going to notice the shift in your body is because what's happening is that we are in the grid. And sometimes we're not aligned. Our energy is not really aligned with the grid. We're feeling all kinds of emotions. Thank you. Thank you. So we're feeling all kinds of energy. So what's happening is that being pulled certain ways is that your energy is aligning. And what you're going to notice in the next while, in the next few days, is so many synchronicities are going to be happening. So many synchronicities that you're going to notice throughout your, just without noticing. When you try to look for like, oh, 111, you won't find it. There's going to be a lot of things because you're going to really aligning your energy with the energy of the earth and the energy of the universe, everything together. But remember, it doesn't mean you're still not going to be triggered. So you want to do the last one. Now the last one, a lot of you guys are familiar. It's similar to Reiki, but it is not Reiki. But it's similar. It's the same similar concept to Reiki. But this time is using the grid and the energy that you're going to do. Thank you, Mary. I love you, baby. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this last practice. How often should you do this? So this you can do anytime. I personally do it every day. Since I found out, like I was doing it a while ago, I was practicing it. And then when I kind of lost the track of it, I noticed myself slipping into these old energy patterns. And as soon as I slip in to this old energy and I'm like, it's okay, it's all right, I don't shame myself. Remember, we are a spiritual being living a 3D experience. The 3D experience is very important to accept that you should not change who you are. You love who you are, and your experiences right now are shaping you. Okay? Yes, my YouTube is TanyaBeautyCoach. I'm going to be putting all of this up on YouTube. Now, the last one I'm going to show you. Now, there's a lot more practices, guys, of using sacred geometry, using quantum healing. There's a lot of stuff. I do one-on-one coaching for that. I'm not here to promote that, though. I'm just going to show you guys the last practice, because that is the basics. These are the basic practices that you can do every day, each and every day for yourselves, okay? So the last one, a lot of you guys know about Reiki. So for those of you who don't know, too familiar, Reiki, I am a Reiki master. I practice this more than the Reiki, although I understand that Reiki is calling like the divine, the ancestors, the Reiki masters, and using secret symbols and things like this. There's no secrecy behind this. This is really using the quantum field and the energy that we all have in our body, okay? And the intention that you are putting in, now you can start using intention, okay? So you should practice this after you've done the triangle and the center point there that I showed you guys. This should be practiced, the last one. And it is using the energy of your hands, but not your fingers, of the palms right here, okay? So I'm going to ask you, we can do this together, okay? Now, I did a video on this, and I know this went viral with the rats again, all the 8-year-old kids that were like, oh, what is it called? They're like, what is it? Racing, what is it called? The Pokemon or whatever it is. I'm not even saying it, Pokemon, whatever. But this is a serious conversation that we're having. When it comes to energy, think about your hands. There's like grids on your hands, and there's specific energy that is in our palms, just like there's an energy at the center. There's an energy in our heart. There's energy all over our body, and there's very strong, you can call them chakras, you can call them whatever you want, but there's energy centers right here. And if you just lift your hands right now in front of you and bring your awareness to this spot here, right here. Just look at it. Just look at your hands right now. Right there. Just by looking. Right? See what I'm saying? If any of you guys are trying it. Somebody posts a picture of the hand. Right? Oh, hold on, I know. Okay, you guys can feel it? So then you're like typing. You're like, hold on, Tanya. Can I feel it? Hold on. Tanya's asking me to type to see how I'm feeling it, but yet I'm just focusing on the hand. Tanya can't do the same thing at once. Don't worry, guys. Okay, so you feel. Now you can put your phone down. You don't need to type anything right away. Take those two things. As soon as you're just looking at it, some people feel, I feel a pressure. Some people feel heat. Okay, just looking at this area right here, you're like, oh shit, it's because there is an energy center that is right here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna rub your palms together, but mostly here, but rub them together. Okay, this. Now here's the trick, okay? So you guys can all put down the phones. I want you guys to try this, okay? And then you're gonna open your hands and turn them like this. Just turn them, and you're gonna picture yourself creating an energy ball. And I know I've done this, you guys have seen. Remember my video? Last year's video. Okay, but you're gonna do this first. And then here's the key. You're gonna, remember the focus is right here. You're gonna picture yourself building an energy in the quantum field. So you know all the grids that we just talked about? You are now building a circle, okay? And I want you to really build it. And the more you focus on building it, the harder it is to push together. You're going to notice, now if you feel a magnetic pull, some people feel the pull together. Some people feel the push. Now I want you to feel the push specifically for this. Okay? I'm commenting with my toes. This is good energy. You guys can make me laugh. Think of this energy. Now, while you're building this, I want you to think of an intention for yourself. Now, you cannot use the energy ball on other people without their consent. Okay? You can't. It may not even work. And that's a whole other live for another day. I'll explain it to you. Okay? So I want the intention of love and healing. I have some issues going on actually with my stomach that I've had issues with. So I've been doing this. Okay, so I can feel it now. If you guys can feel it. So now you're going to open your hands after a while of doing it. You're going to take this ball and then do it back again. You'll notice the pressure again. So you take this. Now you're doing this on the live. It may not really work right now. If you do this by yourself alone, not trying to do a video about it or anything, take the energy and you place it where you want. Now, some people have thoughts you have really messed up thoughts. Like you can't stop thinking about these stupid things and all this. You know that you're not, why am I thinking these things? Why am I react like this? So you take that energy and you place in the quantum field, you are taking that energy and you are placing the intention that you put in. And I am not joking. If you do the 2 practices that I just showed you, and I know some people think this is all nonsense, but I promise you, if you do this triangle and then you do this, and then right after you do this, you will feel it. You're going to feel a lump entering your mind. I do this on my stomach and I feel it. But here's where I messed up. Here's where I messed up. And I didn't know this before. And I just found this out this week. I have done this practice for years. Okay? The issue that I didn't realize is I did this. But just like a fire, you know when you burn a fire and you put a piece of wood in the fire to keep yourself warm? The wood burns out. Just like energy will now, so you are taking all the energy of the quantum field that's around you and yourself, and you're putting this intention and into this ball, and you're putting it on yourself or on your heart. If you're somebody that whatever, you can put it in your mind. You put it on yourself. It's not towards others, it's towards yourself. I'll tell you on another live of why you don't put it on others and stuff like that, okay? So this energy, you can put it wherever it is. You are not creating energy. You are just using the energy that is around you, the energy that is within you. So you're taking the energy field. Think about quantum entanglement that I told you at the beginning of this live. Every single line is energy. Think about like an energy wire. An invisible wire is all around us. You are using that energy that you just can't see. Like, picture smoke. When you light a candle, you can see the smoke because it's dense, but you can't see air. I can't see air because there's no density in the air. I can't see, who sent that? Thank you, Hans. All right, Mary. Thank you, Mary. So I can't see. I can see the dense smoke, but I can't see. I know where is the smoke going? It's in the air, and in the air there's energy in the air. So your hands are tingling. So you take that energy and you place it. Now, just like a fireplace, you need to do this more often. If there is a specific part of you in your mind, or your heart is hurting, or certain pains, physical, spiritual, emotional pains that you're feeling, that you can place this. You want to place this in your mind's eye, you place it. You want to place your jaw, you're tense, you're grinding your teeth a lot, you place it in. I'm telling you, you will feel that there's something there, and you're going to be like, and eventually the energy will be gone. It'll go back into space. It'll go back into your body. So what you need to do is do it again. And you could do it pretty often. And just, so will it help? So our third eye, by the way, I think there's a myth of some people said you can open up your third eye. The fact that you just asked me, can I open my third eye? Your third eye is open. So our third eye is open. As if you know about the third eye, it's open. That's my theory. I may be wrong, but in my head, your third eye is open. The reason why there's sometimes people say, yeah, but if I open up my third eye, then I could see spirits, or I could connect with intuitive things and stuff like that. That I've done before. So there's some people who have no concept of the third eye, but are still mediums, and they see spirits and things like this. So I think every single person on my live has their third eye open. If you're on this live, chances are, and if it didn't open, it opened during the practice with the shaking. Okay, so just letting you know, there's a lot of spiritual stuff that people are saying that are like, you're a starseed and you're not a starseed. That is something that I've talked about before. Everybody's a starseed. Everybody's a starseed. Everybody has everything. We're all, there's no you or this and you or that. It's just another way of creating the three-dimensional division amongst ourselves. Our consciousness, the observer, knows that we're not divided. We are coming from a unified field. Our three-dimensional body is divided. You have a different body than I have. You have a different body. We all have different bodies. We have different cultures. We have different religions. We have different thoughts and beliefs, and we have different things. But our consciousness, our soul knows that we are from a unified field. So if you start saying, I'm a starseed and she's not a starseed, and what you're doing is you're doing this 3D division amongst other people. But in the end, we're all from this field. We're all sharing the same experience. Just some of us go this way, someone goes this way, someone goes this way, but we're on our own paths. We're all on our own path, and nobody should be shaming anybody else on their path. The only reason I'm here, I've discovered this through meditations and stuff, is I've gone through such traumatic events, and somehow it altered into, I'm going to start helping people that went through trauma. Because I went through trauma, physical, emotional, spiritual, all kinds of trauma, extreme trauma. And because I got out of it, I'm not like, I know some people are just born into this spiritual, like, and they're born like, I'm not. And we're all human. We're all living a human experience. And I fuck up and I swear. And I still cry and I still have my emotions and I still have that. But I've learned these tools, and that's why I want to share it with you guys. Because through my life, all the tools that I've learned have helped me find inner peace. So I still get sick. I still get colds. I still get whatever. But I don't shame myself anymore. So my colds, instead of turning into bronchitis, they just become colds. Because I got sick. Because I'm a human, 3D human that just got a cold. I'm not exempt. Just because I know stuff, I'm not exempt of not living a human experience. I'm still gonna be traumatized. I still have trauma from the past that I'm like everybody else. I just found some tools and I want to share it with you guys. Sounds good? I feel amazing. Nothing like when I first came in. Cat! I'm so happy. Yeah, so these were all these sacred geometry techniques. I hope it helped. Do you guys have any questions before I log off the live? Is there any questions concerning these techniques and things like that? My headache is finally gone. That's amazing. Joannix, thank you, Joannix. You want to do some geometry, sacred geometry healing? I think you do. One day my daughter will come on the live. I'm going to post this live to YouTube. Yes. Okay. So best schools to learn Reiki. I don't know. Depends where you live. Depends. Just ask around where you live. This exercise was the first I felt my hands pulled together. I always felt push away. Oh, that's so cool. Yes. Oh my goodness. Too many questions. Hi. What is the triangle? So the triangle, I'm going to be uploading this live. For those of you who are not following me, I'm going to be uploading this live on TanyaBeautyCoach. TanyaBeautyCoach. Instagram, TanyaBeautyCoach. On TikTok, TanyaBeautyCoach. On Facebook. On YouTube, TanyaBeautyCoach. There's no dot There's no nothing. So if anybody is contacting you, asking you for money and doing a reading, this is not me. This is not me. Okay? I had to change my profile picture to get, because a lot of people are scamming. So I want you guys to know I do not ask. I'm TanyaBeautyCoach.com. Super easy to find. And I even have an app. You go on TanyaBeautyCoach.com. I have an app that I'm going to be uploading these techniques on the app. So if you forget them and you're like, hey, what do I do? This and that. Go on the app and go on YouTube. I felt coldness in my hands. Okay, any questions? Oh, you guys are just... I get bad headaches all the time. We'll try this when I have... Oh, amazing. So you guys all got rid of your headaches. So this happened to me too. Sometimes it doesn't though. I'm just letting you know, sometimes you still get the headaches. I get it. But sometimes you'll notice that this one, you know, this one, whoosh, it's like it popped the headache. It just went like, it's like you had a clogged pipe and just shot water through the pipe, and it unclogged the pipe. So, Kat, some people will still feel like vibrating. Yes, I'm going to upload it. And now here's the thing with TikTok. It takes like an hour to register my live. So I'm going to upload it within the next hour. Okay, so I'm going to have all of this, and I'm going to do more videos about this. And I'm going to post a few videos. I posted, by the way, the triangle. For those of you guys want to try the triangle, my video today on TikTok is that. You guys can check. I showed the video. I did a shorter version of that. So, yeah, so this is all towards the Lionsgate portal. Use this now. Use this. I'm telling you, it will shift your energy. And for the Lionsgate portal, do not try to raise your frequency. Do not try to lower it. Remember, the grid, we're just circulating, continuously circulating. You're going to feel the highs and lows. If you try to raise your frequency in this three-dimensional time, it is beautiful. It is great. Connect, raise your frequency. Do it. It's okay. But make sure to ground yourself and get back down. Because if you try to stay in high frequency all the time, we live in a duality earth, you are going to crash. Think about this, going up and down. It's okay to raise your frequency, but then you go down and then go up and go down. Just think of, we are living a 3D experience. Just find the balance within yourself, because what happens is if you go up and you raise your frequency constantly all the time and you're living in high vibration and you're positive, when something bad happens to you, you're going to feel it worse than if somebody is just living in the balance. I promise you. And yeah, see, we crash and we're like, oh my God, and it's too much. And we have too much pressure because we're always trying to be our best selves. So remember how to go in a low frequency, which low frequency has to do with, the earth vibrates at 7.4 hertz. It's a low frequency. Go outside in nature. If you're feeling sad, go outside in nature. Stand on the ground. If you're feeling angry, don't shame yourself. Don't shame yourself. Don't get angry because now you're going low. Don't say, oh, I shouldn't get sick. I shouldn't be angry. No, find the balance of your anger, the balance of your sadness. It's okay to get annoyed. It's okay to just... So on how to get my app, you go on TanyaBeautyCoach.com, and the link to my app, just click on it and it'll send you to my app. And it's free. If you are within the balance bounds, you're not learning anything. So I noticed that, Zara, you're disagreeing with a lot of what I'm saying. I want you to know that you're right. If you disagree with me, you're right for you. Anybody that disagrees with me, you're right for you. Your reality determines what you believe is your reality. In this earth, in this time space, what you believe is your reality. So if you believe something to your core, it's okay to disagree. It's plenty. Listen, you and I have had extreme life differences. So maybe your reality has led you to find that. And that means that it's right for you. I have noticed, the reason I say that the frequency and the balance is because I used to be that positive high frequency and meditate and and what happened is I had a chronic kidney failure, and I was getting surgery while I was trying to raise my frequency and heal my body. And I found out that you can heal your body with low frequency. It's not about only being positive. Energy is positive and negative. It's just like a battery. Energy is continuous. So that is my reality. Okay, that is my truth. But some people, it doesn't work like that. And that's fine. Do you know what I mean? Young Money's here. I didn't see him. Hi, Young Money. Yeah, so Zara, follow yourself. If anything that I say, you're like, or anybody else is saying, it's like, if what I say is not resonating with you, follow what you feel. I can say stuff. I can be speaking, and that is what I'm speaking, my truth. But you don't follow every word for word that I say, because you each are living your individual experiences. I'm just here on my TikTok saying, hey, this works for me. I used to be depressed. When I was a teenager, suicidal. Like, I tried twice. That's the level that I was at. And I almost died a few times. And then I'm here now. So I'm like, hey, listen, guys, want to know what worked for me? It may work for you. But some people are like, oh, that doesn't work for me. That's fine. Why am I crying so much? You're releasing. Crying is good. Please cry. Listen, I had yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? Like, no reason. I was walking around and just like tears. I went into the bathroom. I was sitting in the corner. I was like, why am I crying like this? And then I said to myself, what do I wish? Like, if somebody was beside me right now, what do I wish they would say? Cry. Cry. It's okay. Don't stop the crying. Just let it out. You know, like rubbing my back? Let it out. Let it out. Just let it out. And then I cried even more. And I cleaned the toilet paper. I was like crying. And my daughter's looking at me. I was. Yeah, remember when I told you to go upstairs yesterday? That's what happened. No, yesterday, the day before? That's what happened. Anyway, so I was crying. And I said to myself, I was like, what would I feel? What would I want somebody to tell me? Does everyone feel how heavy? Yes, it is. That's why when the energy is really heavy, you need to try these practices. And did you guys notice? Anybody else notice that they're less heavy? Oh, Jessica Woods, I know the feeling. I know that lonely, like nobody cares about you. That don't believe your thoughts. My stomach's growling. I guess I'm hungry now. My body's telling me I'm hungry. So why can't she be on the live? She has her foot is hurting, but no, it's funny because my daughter's a teenager, but she refuses to be on TikTok. So it's funny. No? I literally stand up, I have to lay back down. Yeah. Oh no, Patty. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys go on this live. I hope this helped you guys. And the faster I let you guys go, the faster I can upload this to YouTube. All right. So I'm going to upload this live to YouTube. You guys are going to get all this information of all the energy and if it didn't work right away, you do it on your own without me. Like once you do this, do it once with me, practice it, see it, like and comment. No. Support my life. No, on YouTube. I'm joking. So you do it. Stop. My daughter thinks she's the age that I'm cringy. Yeah, you're making faces. You're just like, oh. Like and subscribe. Hey, James. Yeah. So, but what was I going to say? Yeah. So watch it once. And then once you watch it, then do it on your own. And you'll see though, can I tell you guys? When you do it on your own, after you watched my video and you do it like by yourself, you're alone, you put your earphones, put some music and just do this thing, it's going to be wild. Yes, don't forget to download my app on my website, TanyaBeautyCoach.com. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you for joining. I appreciate each and every one of you. And is there a communication gap? I don't know, with my daughter or with me or you guys. I don't know. Sorry, guys. So again, the app is on TanyaBeautyCoach.com, a free app where you get daily meditations, affirmations, you get anxiety help. Like if you're having an anxiety attack, we're going to get these energy healing places. You get a whole bunch of stuff. I appreciate you too. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. And I'm going to be live later to tell you what I manifested during this Lionsgate portal. I can't tell you right away. Okay? Not supposed to talk about it right away. But I'm going to tell you how cool this is. This cool stuff. Hi, Chris Cassie. I love you guys. Take care. Have a nice morning, evening, or night wherever you are around the world. I love you. Bye. I can't log off.